Hey guys, it's the Philosopher, and I just wanted to share a thought that I had just to see what you think and how it can help you. That thought is around the idea of having a strategy, having a plan. Now, I'm going to use fighting games as an analogy for real life. It works with fighting games very much so, but it translates to any skill or anything that you do in life, at least in my personal journey. Now, as many of you guys know, I'm a huge Street Fighter V fan, and I've been trying my hardest to get better at it every chance that I get. And the way that my brain works is I try to find as many connections to other things that I've learned in life to make it easier to learn a new skill. And I have studied various martial arts in my life, and so a lot of times I will use martial arts to help me learn fighting games because I find that it's very, very similar in a lot of ways. That said, in regards to having a strategy, what I've learned while playing Street Fighter is that having a strategy and learning to execute that strategy and practicing it over and over again helps me to clear up a lot of mental and physical memory. Meaning, if I have a strategy and I practice it again and again to the point to where it becomes muscle memory, I no longer have to really think about that. Once it's muscle memory, it becomes automatic. I am trained to do that thing under certain circumstances, and many things in life are just like that. Driving is a perfect example of that. When we first start off, it seems like a whole bunch of different things that we have to learn. The steering wheel. If you have a manual, you have the clutch, you have the gear shifter, you have turn signals, a rear view mirror, all these different things fighting for your attention. But over time, it just becomes getting in the car and going. Fighting games are a perfect example of that as well. If you go into the lab, if you go into training mode and practice certain moves over and over again, it becomes muscle memory. Now, many of us learn to rely on certain things that we practice and don't take the time to learn new things. But for those of us who create new strategies and practice those strategies over and over again, once it's time to put those skills to the test, a lot of those things that we have learned, a lot of those plans, a lot of those strategies are automatic. They just happen. We may mentally prepare ourselves by selecting certain strategies depending on who we're fighting, what character they're using, and so on, but we don't have to create a new strategy. We don't have to create a new plan. We have all these other ideas. Yes, we will have to improvise. Yes, we will have to create new plans on the fly. But because of creating a strategy and practicing the execution of that strategy, you are much more prepared for whatever comes your way. And life is very much like that. I find it, at least in my experience, that having a strategy definitely helps me clear up a lot of mental space. For example, when I was really big and trying really hard to lose weight, I had a eating regimen. I ate very basically. It was easy for me. I cooked ahead of time and prepared it, and all I would have to do was microwave it for about a minute or two, and my food was ready. I ate it. It was portion controlled. I didn't have to think about anything. I went to the grocery store. I got exactly what I needed, and I left. I was there for maybe 20 minutes tops. Got my stuff and left. Went home, cooked for about half an hour to an hour, and that was about a week's worth of food. Same thing with my workout regimen. I had what exercises I was going to do ahead of time. I had my progress report that I filled out. Based on my work schedule that week, I planned ahead of time when I would go to the gym, either before or after work. All these things were automatic. I didn't have to think about it. Now, I'm much busier in my life. I have a lot more things going on. I'm working on a business. I have a new job, and I also do things on the side like podcasting and my own personal videos, along with practicing Street Fighter V, which I am very dedicated to learning. That said, I've noticed that it's gotten a lot more difficult to achieve all these things that I want to do. And something that I've realized is that I have less of a plan. I don't have an exact idea. I just, in my head, say, okay, I want to get these things done. But then a week rolls by, a month rolls by, and I'm like, what the hell? I didn't get any of the things I wanted to get done. Yeah, I've made progress with a few things here and there, but I feel like I could have been a lot more efficient with my time. What the hell happened? And it took a lot of thinking, and it took a lot of realizing, and having a life coach to really help me sit down and realize that I hadn't really been creating a strategy. I didn't have a plan. I knew what I wanted to get done. I knew I wanted to schedule it, but I didn't quite have a new strategy. Before, my life was a lot more simple and my goals were a lot more tangible, but now that I have new challenges in my life, I have found that I have to create a new strategy. Yes, I have experience with my old life, but I don't quite have the same schedule, so I have to create a new strategy and execute it. And I've definitely tried a lot of different planning ideas, and a lot of them have not been exactly what I needed, so I have to tweak those plans as I go. But that's the good thing about having a strategy, is that if you have a strategy and it doesn't quite work out, you can sit down and ask yourself, what worked and what didn't work? You keep the things that worked and get rid of or change the things that didn't work. And that is the beauty of having a strategy. If you're just throwing ideas and trying to see what sticks, you're going to overwhelm yourself. For me, if I'm just trying to do things when I can get them done, or when I have the energy, or even when I feel like doing it, chances are they're not going to get done, and if they do get done, it could have probably been done a lot more efficiently, a lot better, and probably in a shorter amount of time. Having a plan and executing it really has helped me to be efficient with my time. And unlike money, time is a very finite resource. I want to use my time as wisely as possible. As I get older, I'm realizing more and more that I don't have a lot of time on this planet. And that might sound a little morbid, but it is the truth. Our time here is very finite. I personally don't believe in the guarantee of an afterlife, so I have to make my time here on this earth as fulfilling as possible. Now, everyone has their own beliefs, and I definitely think everyone is allowed to have their own beliefs and their own opinions, but I just wanted to share mine and to see what you guys do. What kind of planning methods do you guys have? Do you plan your days? Do you have any sort of technique for helping you be as efficient with your time as possible? Also, if you guys are Street Fighter fans or any other fighting game fan, let me know what you guys do for improving in your game. As always, I'm the Philosopher, just sharing my ideas from my own personal journey to help you guys and myself be the highest level possible. If you guys like this video, let me know by pressing that like button and sharing with anyone else who is passionate about improving. And if you like this video and want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you can get updates whenever I get a new video uploaded. As always, I'm the Philosopher, and thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.
You win!